What's up, everybody? Excuse me. I got the frog in the throat, and I can't get it to go away. So, happy Friday to everybody. TGIF. Having a little, what am I drinking? Pepsi Zero. As soon as, I don't know, maybe spring break week. Maybe spring break week, I'll, when we do spring break week, maybe I'll start each break with a alcoholic drink. That might be fun. Actually, maybe I'll start each break and give you guys a drink that you can make at home. Some you might know, some you might not. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to be super careful. I might have to make it. It might be something I might have to make in the kitchen or outside in the bar and then bring it inside and then just tell you how to make it instead of showing you how to make it to alleviate any option or opportunity for any kind of mess. Because, you know. All right. So, how is everybody tonight? Hopefully everybody's good. I just saw one of our group members, Dave Colasar, is down in St. Pete for the... I'm assuming he's going to all the races, but, you know, the trucks are racing and IndyCar. So I'm assuming he's hitting everything while he's down there. But I just saw a post of Dave down in St. Pete at the track. So, super cool. I know that area. So, no problem, Candace. What's up, Corey? Fancy, yeah, Scott. We used this in the break earlier too. So this is break number 2 with the fancy mat. What do you think of that? You know the old song, "Moving on up." That's us. We're moving on up. Actually, that gray one that I had was back here, close to me where I'm working. That gray one was getting pretty dingy looking. And it had to go, and I just figured it was time to maybe get something that actually had our brand on there. So here we are. All right, let me get this show on the road. So here is our owner list. The only spot that I was missing was Candace, and Candace said she's already sent it, which I'm sure they have. I just didn't have it marked off because we'd already started the video. So that's all that there is to that. Looks clean. We're getting big time. Yeah, I don't know about big time, but I do think it looks clean. I do think it kind of spiffed things up back here for you guys in the background a little bit, didn't it? And I like the black as opposed to the gray. Because really all we've got that's kind of sticking out now is just the logo and the cards. You know, everything else just sort of blends into the background, which is what we want. So, yeah, I hope you guys like it. If I if I get around to it, there's a chance I may order a couple more mats, and maybe we'll do some giveaways with some brake mats for folks to keep at home. That way, when you're at home and you're opening a box of cards, you can spread it out on your desk or your dining room table or whatever, and have a nice mat to to do that with. I won't order. This turned out great, but I probably won't order from this place again because it took about 5 weeks to get it, which is just crazy these days. So I'll have to find a new place to order them from. But if I do that, I may get a few made and do some giveaways with them because I think they'd be fun to have at home. Everybody does card stuff at home, whether you're buying singles or opening boxes or whatever. So it's just kind of nice to have. So, anyhow. All right. Here is our duck race lineup for tonight. We're looking for the top 2. We've only got 12 spots. And we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 drivers in each group. So nothing crazy there, but some substance. If you hear somebody, pardon me, if you hear somebody yelling, it's my son upstairs playing Xbox. Better than my Calm C order. I currently have 791,000 orders in front of mine. You mean like you bought something and you got to wait for 791,000 orders to be pulled before they get to yours? Is that what you're telling me, Scott? All right, let's set this. Shuffle it one time, and here we go. Good luck. If so, that is wild. Yeah, we're looking for top 2 here. Top 2. I'm fighting this cough thing, I promise. I'm taking Mucinex. But I feel okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel sick. Or anything. It's like right in my throat, and I just can't get rid of it. That's what she said. Duck 3! Duck 3 with the win, and 2 is going to be second. That is wild, Scott. So Duck 3 gets the win. That is going to be Robert James Taylor. And second place is Duck 2, and that's going to be Will Blackman. So 3 and 2. Oh, okay. I was going to say, what in the world did you order there? Well, it's worth waiting on, I guess. So keep fighting the good fight and just keep waiting. If it took them 2 weeks to get from 900,000 to 791, then another 100 every 2 weeks, it's going to take you about another 28 weeks or so to get your order. At that pace, I hope that's wrong. All right, let's bring in our Little Rip mascot. And let's see. A couple of card sands. And we're ready to go. Good luck, everybody. That's wild, man. I had no idea that they were that slow or that behind. I really had no clue. They were set up here at the Big Grove City Card Show that I did back in February. They were set up there taking consignments and doing stuff. So it's just wild to me to think that they're out at shows actively trying to get more stuff, and they can't even move what they got. I wouldn't want to sell with them because you'd be waiting. I mean, I realize sometimes my mail sales, people that consign with me probably think I'm slow because, it takes a few months. Gosh, you'd be waiting years probably on your stuff to sell. White Sparkle Brennan Poole. White Sparkle Brennan Poole. Yeah, I don't know. It'll just show up. Yeah, that's crazy. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. White Sparkle. He's going to go to the filler. And Will Blackman. And then I got Cole Custer. The Andy's Frozen Custard car. I don't remember who I've got Custer paired with. Oh, yeah, with Briscoe. Going to Troy. I didn't mean to set it down on the box, but I wanted to make sure you guys... I keep telling you guys, make sure you see the empty box. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you the empty box. All right. 1 out of 25. Base Kevin Harvick. Harvick will go to Thomas Jones Jr. I meant to open some more top loads, so we may have to do that in a second. I've been messing around doing other stuff tonight. I'm slacking on the job is what I'm saying. Connor Mozak, 45 of 75. Race used fire suit. Going to go to Dale Cobb. Then we got 15 out of 75 silhouettes. Joey Gaze. I think that goes to Andy. Oh, before I go any further, I forgot to give a shout out, and I want to make sure I do so. John Purcell jumped in and grabbed a couple spots, and then John messaged me and he said, "Hey, the Mark Martin and Casey Kane spot is for you and your son." He goes, "I know you're a Kane collector, and I know your son likes Mark Martin." He said, "So that spot's for you." And so I just wanted to publicly say thanks to John for that. That was super nice of him to do. John's also, I think, on his way to vacation, so he's probably not even getting to see this live. But when you do, John, I appreciate that. Very nice of you to do. 66 and 99, race used tires, Sheldon Creed. Going to Andrew Haywood. Sheldon Creed. And we got 15 of 75. Treasured Swatches. Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy goes to Robert Rich. Jimmy Johnson. And I'm looking because I want to find where this next card goes before we pull the card up, because it's probably going to be pretty nice. Will Black. Here we go. Prime Fire Suit Materials Signatures Booklet. John Hunter Nemechek, 1 of 1. That will go to Will Black in the Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek spot. This might be the first booklet 101 that we've pulled out of NT. We've pulled a bunch of booklets. Might be the first 101. Let's check it out. Oh, it's the Joe Gibbs logo. That's nice. Congrats, Will. That's pretty nasty. That is cool. Well, that doesn't suck. Not at all. Let me get you a mag for that bad boy. this thing all set up nice and pretty. Where's Will at? He's normally here watching. If he's not here watching, this just further proves my point that you do better when you don't watch. Man, that thing is nice. JGR. You can even see a small bit of another logo at the below it. Don't know which. Somebody that's really smart might know what that logo is. But anyway. Sheesh. I wonder if I can put that back here. I think I can. Hell yeah. Right behind him, we got Brandon Jones. 9 out of 99. Brandon Jones. The bummer is I don't think we can call that a door number because JGR, he's in the Toyota fire suit. But still a nice Brandon Jones auto going to Scott Dixon. And now's when I got to open some more top loads. I knew the time was going to come, so let's just do it now. Excello? I don't know. All right. Yeah, Brandon Jones. And then, man, this is one heck of a box. 90. I think it's just 90. 90 out of 99. Kevin Harvick. Harvick is going to go to Thomas Jones Jr. Yeah, this is a whale of a National Treasures box here. I mean, obviously the 101, makes the box, so to speak, but some pretty good stuff in this beyond that, too. You got the Harvick. And last but not least, 2024 Rookie of the Year, Carson Hocevar. 90 out of 99. Hocevar is going to go to Sam. Nice hit, Sam. That was a really good box. Yeah, I mean, really freaking good. Here, let's move that. Let's do that. Do this. Let's bring another stand in for Carson. We'll go like that. Look, we got all the kids sort of in the pool. Close enough. Well, that didn't suck at all. That's for damn sure. Yeah, Hocevar's stuff's super hot right now. It's weird to see so many rookies with such strong selling abilities, not just rookies, I guess, but just young drivers in general. There's a crop of, probably 5 or 6 that are selling really, really strong right now. White Sparkle Davey Allison. There's like ebb and flow to this because what that's going to do is it's going to take some of the heat off of some of the other guys, and some of the interest, and that's going to give opportunity to collectors to collect and buy stuff at a fair price, for your driver if they're not one of those select few. And then, it'll shift again. Davey Allison goes to Troy. Yeah, you could put a stand for a lot of these. Exactly. That was a really good box. Noah Gragson. Going to Scott Bastian. we had Davey Allison, so why not Alan Kulwicki? Alan Kulwicki is going to go to Jordan. $40 Carson's on your all sold. Yeah. He's going to win a race sooner than later. The guy is absolutely talented, and he's got all kinds of speed in that race car, and that team. So it's just a matter of when. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody thinks, oh, maybe, if or whatever, I think it's just purely when. All right. Second box. 28 out of 34, Austin Dillon. That'll go to Johnny Hinton. Win before tie. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I've said it before, but I kind of like Carson as far as the personality. It's a personality that NASCAR needs. He's good for the sport. 6 of 75, Landon Castle. Going to Jake. Yeah. I like it. I'm fully in agreement. I can hear my son upstairs. He's cracking me up. 41 of 75, Treasured Swatches, Garrett Smithley. Now, Garrett Smithley was in one of the filler spots. That's going to go to Robert James Taylor. What do you guys think about all this stuff? What do you guys think about all this stuff coming out with Chris Gabehart and Joe Gibbs Racing about Ty Gibbs and the team and how they're not holding him to the same standard as everybody else and et cetera, et cetera. 66 of 75, Carl Edwards silhouettes. Carl's going to go to James Ward. No, not at all, Scott. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't think anybody would be. I'm more surprised that Chris Gabehart is throwing everybody under the rug, basically. 9 of 10, Christopher Bell, hollow gold. I believe that's going to be a race-used tire. That is a sweet-looking card. I like that. Bell's going to go to Jordan. I think that's it. Oh, hold up. Everything's moving on me. I moved one thing by accident on my shelf, and now everything's trying to move. And it's Bell that's trying to move on the shelf. Somebody gifted me a autographed magazine, and now it wants to move. Just behave yourself, Chris. All right. If you're another race team, I don't know that I'd want Gabehart around, because, man, it's like once he leaves, is he going to just air out any dirty laundry that's out there? Well, that ain't going to work either. We need 130 point. I thought it was 100, but it's not. It's a 130. Try again. I knew as soon as I laid it in there that was not going to work. All right. Let's try this one more time. Christopher Bell. There we go. Be the number 1 Toyota. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Bell's going to go to Jordan. I'm going to move. Let's move Harvick. Put the Bell in the middle. And then check this out. How about another 101? Daniel Dye with the number 75. Colossal Patch Auto. Daniel Dye is going to go to Candace and Danny. It might be just Candace. I can't remember. I wanted to sit it down, so I wasn't. That's awesome, Candace. Excuse me. I think that might be... I think the 75... Oh, it's Danny? Okay. I think the 75 might be part of the 75th anniversary. Danny goes, that's mine. I think that might be maybe when they did the NASCAR 75 or NASCAR 75th. That might be what that's from, potentially. That's bitchin'. Congrats, guys. 2 101s and 2 boxes of National Treasures is pretty wild. I'm just going to say. All right. And then we got 70 of 75. Austin Dillon patch auto. Going to Johnny. Don't have audio. Why is the Bell card so special? How do we explain this to him? How do we explain it to him without audio? Maybe hold it up there where you can see the serial number. I don't know how to tell him without telling him, you know. Anyway, 83 and 99, Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs is going to go to JR. I'll tell you what, we had 2 monster boxes of NT there. Those were really, really good. Lane Riggs. And then last, but definitely not least, we got Joey Logano, 34 of 49. Going to Brian Doobie. Nice, Brian. Another champ in the house. We'll swap him for 83 and change things out again. It's man, that was 2 really good boxes, guys. So congrats to those who hit. I'm gonna get these shipped out tomorrow for you guys. Again, don't forget Sunday. Our next break is Sunday at 4:30. I know that's a little bit later than normal, but I've got a card show, and so it runs till 3. So anyway, saving up for this March mail sale. Yeah, you want to save up for the mail sale, Andrew. I'm telling you, mail sale is going to be crazy. Some really, really good autographs. Some really, really good 101s. It's gonna be worth the hype, I promise. I've never hyped a mail sale so much, and there's a reason why, because there's never been a mail sale as good as this one. So, Friday and Saturday, it's gonna be on. So, yeah, but Mixer on Sunday. I still don't know which boxes, other than I've got some Select and some Donruss. I don't know what else I'm going to put in there. Maybe a National Treasures and maybe like a Prism or something to make it like 6 boxes. That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe 1 NT and 1 Prism. So, anyway, that's what I got planned for Sunday. If you're inclined, tomorrow night I'll be live on Whatnot at 9 o'clock. And, you know, you're welcome to hang out on there. So, still have the Chase Mountain Dew patch. No, it was sold. It sold that night, Andrew. But, Andrew Bly, there might be one even better. That's all I'm going to say. There might be one even better. So stay tuned. All right, let me hit you guys with a recap, and then we'll call it a night. We had White Sparkle, Alan Kowicki, Noah Gregson, Davey Allison, Cole Custer, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Brennan Poole. Patches, Carl Edwards, Garrett Smithley, Lanning Castle, Sheldon Creed, Joey Gaze, Jimmy Johnson, and Connor Mozak. I forgot the base. Base was Austin Dillon and Kevin Harvick. Autographs. Austin Dillon, Lane Riggs, Brandon Jones, Carson Hocevar, Kevin Harvick. How often do you hit a Kevin Harvick National Treasures auto and it's not part of what's up here? Not very often. Out of 10, Christopher Bell, Hollow Gold. It's been a minute since we pulled a short print Bell, so we were due. Joey Logano to 49. Super nice auto. And 2 boxes, 2 101s. That's wild. Daniel Dye with the colossal platinum blue. Really, really nice. I think 75th anniversary. That's super cool. Congrats, Danny and Candace. And then, again, I don't think Will Black's even watching tonight. He'll probably catch it later. The 101 John Hunter Nemechek Joe Gibbs Racing 101 Jumbo booklet. That is bad to the bone. Man, that's nice. Congrats again to Will. So, that's all I got for tonight. Everybody have a great rest of your Friday night, what's left of it, and we will see you all next time.